Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm going to be reacting to One Piece, chapter 1153. But first, let's talk about 1152 again. So, Zoro gets confirmed by Galvan that he does have Conqueror's Haki. And, it could be just that, that Zoro is just that. I don't think Zoro is, unobservant. So I think this might be another sign of his stress and just, feeling the pressure so much on himself about trying to protect the crew ever since the end of Wano, that he just, he's so, you know, yeah, stressed out by everything that, could be a cause for the crew to be in danger, and in turn for that, to make him feel powerless and guilty. That the last thing on his mind is what Kaido told him, that we should have given it away. And it's something where, like, okay, if he knew that, he could be protecting his crew better, but he's just so, like, what's the word? Laser focused, It's not exactly what I was going for, but I'll take it. Just very focused on or rather putting the extra effort on the wrong things, and just coming off as mean to Luffy for, you know, things that he's actually reprimanding himself over, and kind of projecting a little bit. Not just to Luffy, but now Loki as well. And especially what Goblin said, how do you expect to support your captain, an Emperor of the Sea, without knowing that? Like, yeah, we just have Zoro looking a little, like, out of sorts, and saying, oh, sorry. But I really do think that Goblin saying that is really gonna make an impact on him. Now, whether it's gonna be positive or negative, I'm not entirely sure right now, but it's definitely gonna stay on his head. So I wanted to point that out. That, yeah, instead of Zoro trying to figure this out and be like, well, why did Kaido say that? He's just being a lot more close-minded and rigid. Okay, so we have Loki and Hyruddin arguing once again. And that's when we get Luffy's, do you want to join my crew? And it's a whole thing. I don't think my thoughts have really changed from last week. But I do really like that Zoro and Sanji, the only reasons they give is the very practical reasons, He doesn't fit in the ship, he's gonna need way too much food. And this is where two instances of the translation from this being quite different from TCB. So here Luffy says, I think it would be fun with you, and if anyone's got a problem, I'll whoop him. So here, obviously, the implication is that if someone doesn't like Luffy taking Loki as a crewmate, then he just beat that person up, the one who doesn't like it. But in TCB, he says, oh, if Loki tries something, I'll beat him up. So it's like, okay, it basically changes the, who Luffy is directing that last line to. And then, so, I'm pretty sure that the original Japanese doesn't have a subject that he's aiming this to. So it's basically, if blank, problem, I'll just, kick their ass. But it doesn't make it fully clear who Luffy is talking about, whose ass he's gonna kick. So it could go either way, but considering what Luffy has said in past chapters about, like, oh, if Loki, does bad things, I'll just, keep him in line and kick him a bit. So the other one might be more accurate. I'm not entirely sure, but, just keeping that in mind. Also, I do think that it's very possible Loki will change his mind about, like, why would I ever be a henchman for you? Either that or, it's him right now just being a tsundere and hiding his own true feelings. Because we know Loki wants to portray himself as this, like, big, scary giant that, is not nice to anybody. But we all know the way that he treats Shaggy / Mosa and his animal friends. He definitely has a soft side to him. He just doesn't want people to know. Also, yeah, I kind of, like, skipped over that. But Sanji was like, oh, Gavan, do I have Conqueror's Haki? And after Gavan admonishes Zoro, yeah, he's like, hey, what about me though? We have the panel of Loki and Hydudin, still arguing. And we have a small but interesting last panel of that row of top of that page, where we see just Sanji going, huh? We don't see his eye at all. But, like, why put it there, if Oda's not planning on doing anything with it? So I think there might be a chance that Sanji might get conquerors in the future. But he, maybe at this point, he still doesn't have it. But maybe by the end of the arc, he will. Now, if Gavan had just said, no, you don't have the potential, then why add that single panel of Sanji? So, yeah. Yeah, okay, so we have also, so we have Gavan, right, saying, yeah, go on and unlock his chains. Obviously, Harald doesn't want to. So Gavan is like, okay, maybe we don't know the whole thing. Let's low-key talk. Then Sanji and Zoro go up to where who was it? It was Gertz is staying, right? I think it's a Goldberg, Stenson, Rodo who are leaving. And in TCB translation, Zoro says, like, oh, again with this dumb Shanks thing. So that was a lot harsher than the official, which just has him saying Shanks obsessed fool, calling Luffy out, for having Shanks as his main priority right now. And I feel like that makes more sense. It just makes Zoro less harsh and less dismissive of Luffy's feelings, but it's still being like, there are more important things right now. You can find out about Shanks later, but you're getting too blinded by it. So I think Zoro does have kind of a point by calling him that. I do think that that's a flaw of Luffy right now. His idolization of Shanks. Because, hey, that may be the man that changed his life, but at the end of the day, he doesn't really know him that well. Like, I think when he first met Gavan, at the sort of start of the arc, he was like, don't talk about Shanks. You don't know him like I do. And that's one of his father figures. So, yeah, he's quite impulsive when it comes to him. So hopefully that gets brought up more and is, indicated as a flaw. Then the story begins as Loki gets sad and calls Heidelin cruel for wanting him to relive that day. Then we go 14 years ago. I don't have much to say about the conversation between Loki and Jarl, so I'll kinda just, just skip past it. But yeah, it does seem like Harald was Domi reversed. I don't know why Oda keeps teasing us exactly about how his death went about, but we still don't know. But hey, this is definitely making it at the very least like, oh, Loki didn't, just kill his dad because he didn't like that he was dealing with the world government. No, Loki knew. And even then he was, horrified at what he was seeing with the bandages. Okay, so Gavan and Shanks. I was too preoccupied by thinking, oh my god, Shanks is bathing. That I completely missed the fact that because he has both arms now, you can see that he has a tattoo in the one he lost. And I think I've seen like people say that if you go back and look at the Odin flashback, that tattoo was not there. So he didn't have it all his life. So he probably got it when he went to Marijua. But like, man, we're definitely getting a Shanks flashback then. Unlike when he went there. Also, there's like a whole thing about like time delay. Is that, how do we even say that? Time dilation? Dilation? Like basically the time in Elbaf passes completely different from the rest of the outside world. Just like giants, like basically if an hour passes in Elbaf, it's been 3 hours in the outside world. Now I don't know if it's something like actually, because it's just really messy to think about, I mean, Gavan does get very gray. Only like 4. Oh, no. Oh, he said like, oh, yeah, what's it been, 3 or 4 years? So I don't think it's like physically it affects you as a human, but it does mess with your perception of time mentally, I think. Not totally sure. Oh, you're here. You know much about King Harald? Yes, I met him in Marijua. We got along all right. But there was something we couldn't talk about in the Holy Land, and he just says this. He just says that completely casually. So that makes me assume that Gawain already knew that Shanks had gone to Marijua, even though. Okay, well, he just says it's been a while since we shared a bath together. Not that they haven't seen each other since Roger died. So fair enough. I don't know. I'm gonna, try not to speculate about Shanks' visit to Marijua. There's too many variables still. But I do think it could have been like very soon after Roger died. That's all I'll say. He was just, very lost and very lonely at that time. His family had disbanded. He didn't have Buggy. Roger had died, so yeah, a very depressing time for Shanks. So he'd be like desperate to find somewhere where he'd be welcomed in. And I'm guessing by that point he already knew he was blood related to the Figurelands. Okay, and then we get the... Oh yeah, there's the fruit. Chief Jarl. Okay, we only see the silhouette, but yeah, that's where Jarl gets stabbed. But we don't actually get to see, what's actually happening. That's all. Then the double page spread. We get a young Harald 109 years ago. Where's the... Yeah. Here. 109. And he was a complete menace as a 45/15-year-old in human years. So who knows how long we're gonna stay with young Harald. So let's see. I spent a long time talking about 1152, but it was necessary. Okay, let's start 1153. Titled The Birth of Loki. Okay, I guess we're staying at the very least this whole chapter with young Harald. Or, Harald before he became a father. Oh, cute! Yamato and, Kiku? Right, that's Kiku? Yeah, Kiku Nujo, daimyo of Ringo and Bo's Cho. Also, Kiku is a daimyo then. That's cool. I mean, I could have predicted that considering all the other scabbards. Well, some of them have been daimyos. But it's still nice to get it confirmed. Also, I'm looking at, all over, like, Kiku's outfit, or like, the house she came out of. No sword. Did she stop being a samurai after the battle in Onigashima? I wonder. But that's really cute though. Just Kiku and Yamato, the two trans characters of Wano, just going up and about to give each other a big hug. I love to see that. It's still Pride Month. Okay, now let's start the actual chapter. Oh, whoa. Dory and Broggy? Venturing into the past. Shared a wild childhood with Harald and the Prince of Elbeth. It didn't even occur to me that I mean, to be fair, I don't have very present the ages of those two. I just knew they were over 100 years old. That's so cute, though. They were even... Well, I was gonna say they were even smaller than Harald, but pretty sure Harald is bigger because of ancient giant blood. Born into the bloodline of the ancient giants, the prince possessed a colossal body, monstrous strength, and high status. He grew into an arrogant and unruly rogue that no one could rein in. What a bore. Everyone outside of Elbaf is pathetically weak and puny. Ain't that right, guys? Exactly, sire. It's just as you say. Okay, so he was a pirate? Or he was just, roaming around the seas looking for strong opponents? The Kingdom of Bunt, New World. Come one, come all, standing 10 meters tall, each of her steps is an earthquake. Her roar is thunder itself. She's one of the world's elusive giants, hailing all the way from Elbaf. Take a gander at Ida? Roar. Oh man. Treating giants like circus freaks? That's, like, for one, that's, terrible, but also, like, kinda, like, wild to think that, like, they must have had someone strong to capture her, since I doubt any regular human could do that. Also, she has horns. Get away from the cage, it's dangerous. Yeah, wow. It takes balls to turn one of us giants into a roadside attraction. Yeah, okay. I like his righteous anger at that. Bara ha ha ha. Yeah ha ha ha. They were fools to mock Elbaf. We sure showed them. Okay, we didn't see them do it. They already got her out of there. Who are you? No need to thank me. I'm the king of Elbaf. I couldn't just sit back while they slighted my homeland. I wonder how, I mean, we kinda jumping around. We first saw them as little kids. Now he looks around the same age as he did at the end of the last chapter. But we're not getting, like 110, 104 years ago. Oh shit! Okay, so she slapped the hell out of him. Like, I had, like, I was gonna say that, but, well, now she definitely showed it. I was like, is she really happy that they saved her? Alright. No way! Your Majesty! King Harald! Huh? Yo, look at his face. Bro is baffled. He looks kinda scared, too. Turn this ship around. You need to apologize. A lot of people got hurt. Yo, was she in on the whole circus thing? When did she say anything to him while he was destroying the place? Are you crazy? You wanna go back to the puny doll kingdom? You want me to rough you up? King Harald! They took me in and gave me work after finding me adrift at the brink of death. Thanks to their kindness, I was able to earn enough to eat and recover from my injuries. I mean, I don't know if I would call that necessarily kindness. They were, treating her as a circus freak after all. They're basically like, here, we'll give you food and heal you up, so now you'll be your slave. I mean, that's what it looked like to me. It didn't seem like she really had freedom. Whoa. Little dolls, what the hell is that supposed to mean? You just happen to be born big. Your strength is a quirk of fate. And they think that that comment from him, you know, kinda racist towards humans. Don't kid yourself into thinking you're better than humans, you arrogant disgrace. This kind of crap is why all of us other giants are always lumped in with you Elbeth savages. Oh, right. She was not born in Elbeth. This must be Hydodin's mom. Man, she really must have made an impression on him. You just happen to be born big. Yo, she's right though, for real. Just like the way that fishmen are treated too. In a very different way, of course. But like, yeah, like you're just insulting them and treating them as lesser. But, you know, it was just luck that you yourself were born like this. If the tables were turned, then you could just say the same thing. I was just born big? Okay, that's... No way she's gonna reform him? Or rather, she did. Yo, look at his face. He's pouting. She actually went back and is helping them rebuild their village. They seem really grateful and she's smiling back. King Harald, are we setting sail? What are you guys spacing out for? Huh? Help them rebuild, you imbeciles, the miniature model city of theirs. Yes, sir. Yo. Yep. With just one short speech, she really changed, or rather, started to change his worldview. Our construction techniques are completely different. We'll teach you some stuff for when you get back to Elbeth. Your use of spices is something too. I've never eaten anything with this much flavor before. And the quality of your fabrics. No, her extending her hand. I really like those two panels. Like, he's not really giving, like, fully facing her, but she's still extending her hand. Like, it's obviously more than just, you know, a physical, like, let me grab your hand so we can both apologize, but it's also, like, symbolic of him also embracing the kind of attitude that she has. They're so sophisticated. Humans sure are good with their hands. But yeah, he actually did go all the way and actually prostrate. The same King Harald that we saw being an absolute menace at the end of last chapter. Oh, he has some, it looks like human kids on his shoulder and arm. Being very awkward. Wow, and he's dancing too with everyone else. What do you know? Okay, Yoda. I'm starting to get attached to Harald. I see what you're doing. Making me care for a character that is already dead. Not the first time. Look at it like this, Harald. The destruction of anything in this world is a waste. And you know who else? Actually, now that I think about it, like, the whole thing, like, telling Luffy and the people who stayed in the underworld about how Harald died, that's all, you know, we know Loki's telling that to the people there. But only us, the audience, know about Harold's story, I'm pretty sure. I just, because Loki wants to destroy the world. But Harold got taught by Harry's mom something completely different. Also, I just realized. I think Harold is doing the Nika dance alongside with his people here. And then we have the moon. I was born on Samu Wanai Island in the South Blue. I wonder if Seoul is also from there. One thing led to another, and I ended up on the seas. You went over the blood-soaked serpent? Are you talking about the red line? Ah. Well, yeah, I did, but I can't go back now. These people that are speaking to in this panel, they kind of look like, Shandians, but obviously no wings. But, they could just be, also like the people in Torino Kingdom. Just very, like, rustic and very old looking in regards to, like, the way they live. Come to Elbaf. We're not as savage as you think. Yeah, maybe I judged you too harshly. Oh, actually, I really like that. What was it? I think it was since the page where we saw Harald apologize to the human king. Like, we've just been, like, the visuals are from Harald and the giant lady traveling around the world, and her showing him her worldview, but the dialogue is disconnected. But, I just love the way that it is presented here. It's just making me think, like, oh, this would go so good as a, what's the word for it? Oh my god. I'm blanking. It's a montage, basically, with their voices on top of it. King Harald has really changed. It's kind of creepy. Hopefully it's just a face. Yo. That's cute, though. King Harald having to be on his knees to be talking to her, though. Elbaf, 105 years ago. Got it. So he would be like 49? Up until now, we've committed countless sins, and it's time we atone for them. What's wrong with you, Harald? As king, I intend to frequently travel overseas. I hope to extend a hand of reconciliation to our neighbors and learn from their cultures. This is really good. Yeah, he actually was becoming a really good king. What happened at the end, though? Like, when did he start talking with the world government? Our land can become more prosperous if we learn from the world. Dory, Bruggy and the others will never stop running wild. Wahaha. I go way back with those two. They have always had an unusual disposition. They've never failed to treat humans fairly and honorably. That's true. We can still hold on to our warrior ways, right? We may have to reconsider some traditions if other countries feel threatened. Tsabababa, what a change. Oh, it's a Jorub. Bohaha, seems like there's a tumultuous journey ahead. Harald is... no, Elbaf is blessed. Alright. Say we exchange diplomats with other nations, we could build a deeper cultural understanding. Oh, look at Harald doing his best. Trying to be civil and, yeah, creating valuable relationships with other countries in a polite and nice manner. I see, so it's like a fancy hostage deal, huh? No, that's not it at all. People need to forge connections, yes. Otherwise, international cooperation is impossible. Oh, that's cute. She's sleeping and he put a blanket on top of her as he's still like writing stuff that he's learned from his journeys. Elbaf, 81 years ago. Oh, the math. So that's like 109. See, he's around his 60-ish years. I can do the math later. You finally had the baby? Ida, Harald. Oh my god, we did know her name. Congratulations. Thank you. Ida and I... Unfortunately, we can't recognize your marriage. Only pure blood can be permitted within the royal family. Yep, we knew this. Oh, that sucks. He was so excited to announce it. But then, like, you know, he's the king! Like, put your foot down and don't let everyone else treat your wife like a lesser being. Damn it. Forgive me, all these issues boil down to culture. Our feelings alone won't change things. Oh, little Hyrdine baby. It's so cute. The way that Harald is just grabbing his whole hand with a few fingers. You're always welcome in our village, Ida. Or at least these people are cool. I thought everyone in the island didn't like her. Isn't that great, Hyrdine? At least you can stand near your papa. Was that the best, though? God. Oh? Harald, meet your future bride. Oh no, that's gonna be Loki's mom, isn't it? Only for politics. I'm doubting right now that Harald had any genuine love for her, but let's see. Man, that sucks. I mean, I'm not saying like, oh, Loki shouldn't have been born, but the way that this came about is just very, it just, gives me a bad taste in my mouth. I mean, it came about due to discrimination. That's why. Lady Astrid carries the noble blood of the ancient giants. Noble. She's a woman truly fit to become queen. I was born in Alcohol Village to the north. I feel like we've heard about that before. I'm a student of the Earth Wind Arts. I guess I just thought like, oh, outside of Elbaf, only one island. Giants are born. But apparently not. She has a pretty design, but like, is that about her? It's about the reasoning that these shadowy figures use to get her and Harald together. It's so, Elbaf, Alcohol Village, daughter from a prominent background, Astrid. I'm fated to love you for the rest of my life. Forget about that Eastern woman and her bastard. Oh, never mind. Forget about her looks. Oh, I do not like her. Oh no, that's the energies here are aligned to the east. This won't do at all. Oh my god, Harald. Get a spine, man! Tell her you don't want her! Sorry, I know this is a flashback. I have to let that out. Like, you're really gonna let her talk about hydrogen and eat that like that? Yeah, he will. I already know that. God damn it. The king's spirit is leaking out. Quick, shut the windows. What? And that mirror is positioned in a lethal 5-star configuration. Dispose of it. That sounds like gibberish. Meet Ashura, the horse of good fortune. It's a fine steed worthy of you, your majesty. Consider it a gift from my family. It's sure to bring you good fortune. It's huge. Why does it have 8 legs? That's a good question. That's the first time we've seen such a animal like this. Like, we've seen the long animal from Long Green Long Land. But this is different. Guards, take all of the jewels and gold to my room. Oh, a gold digger, huh? That did not, it did not take long for her to make that obvious. The king's vicinity should be focused on the energies of earth and wind. Also inform the servants that from today onward, the king and I will take all our meals on silver platters. Man, oh, she gets on my nerves. Isn't that just an indulgence? 70-ish years ago. In this age, the rough seas still made travel between islands difficult. Elbaf's advanced navigation techniques intrigued other countries. There is a star which never moves called the Pole Star. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Kanji says North Star. King Harald, you meet the fishmen? Yeah, it's about time. I even saw mermaids. Their people carry the blood of the ocean. In their country, a prince was born by the name of Neptune. Yeah, okay. He was just born. And it wasn't just fishermen and mermen around. The sea creatures themselves were coming together in jubilation. Wow! 63 years ago, West Castle Elbaf, while Harald was overseas. Congratulations, my queen. It's a healthy baby boy. His name is Loki. I spoke with the king about it. Let me get a good look at my son's face. I swear. If Oda has that baby with bandages on his eyes. Oh, whoa. Okay. Okay. Look, I'm not gonna call him scary, but I'ma just say that a lot of people must have done that, and that's why he figured it was easier to just hide them. Huh? Oh yeah, she's not having a good reaction to looking at him. Yeah, it's horrid. Your Highness. It's freaking me out. What is that? This thing cannot possibly be mine. As if I couldn't already like her less. Your Highness, please calm down. Tell the king it was a stillbirth. This is utterly unacceptable. Ah! It's cursed, just look at it. It's a monster. Yeah, ever since he was born, he was labeled that, huh? Having to grow up with that. When the Prince of Elbaf stretched his arms into the air, no one was there to take the small hands in theirs. I'm sorry, it's not funny. I'm just laughing because I'm like, oh, that's so, like, I liked Loki already, but oh, this is making me so much more emotionally attached now. Yo, can he join the crew for real? I want Luffy to actually, you know, give him a place to feel welcome and accepted, where no one will judge him because of how he looks. I'm already getting teary-eyed. Actually, you know, he's giving me pudding vibes too. No one was there to take those small hands in theirs. Oh, that breaks my heart. Yo, no wonder he's the way he is. And actually, I feel like, you know, the way that he treated Hiding when they were little kids, that was definitely him, like, oh man. Just, you know, trying to get attention. Doesn't matter what kind of attention. He just wanted someone to look at him. Kind of like early Naruto. If you're not gonna give me affection, at the very least scold me. Because, you know, no one is willing to give him proper love. And then, you know, time just passed. And he's like, fine, whatever. I don't need it. Oh, that makes me so sad. And that's, yeah, Loki definitely uses, you know, the way that he acts as a defense mechanism. Okay. Your Highness, stop this. That's the prince. Oh my god. It is said that the most unfortunate souls are those rejected from birth by their own mother. Oh my god, this piece of shit tried to actually kill him. Listen to me, no child was born today. I forbid you from telling anyone. Oh. Yo. Oh yeah. But the baby's the monster. Where are you going? I'm returning to my village and never want to give birth again. Your Highness! Captain! It's coming from the realm of the dead. The realm of the dead? What about it? Oh god! Oh my god! He's trying to go back up there on his own? What is this cruelty? Oh, that when I get you. Ga. Oh, damn it. Break next week. Soon after, Queen Street collapsed due to ill health. Man, I wish she... I hope she died slow and painfully. Dispose of the child. It's becoming clear this was foretold long before it came into the world. It is said that King Harald will someday be slain by his own son? Yo, who said that? Where'd he get that? I think that might have been... I want to call it like self-fulfilling prophecy. But considering the way that it must have been orchestrated, like regardless, you know, it wasn't killed out of ill intent. Enough with this crazy talk. Meanwhile, Harald struggled against the walls of diplomacy. Blocked by the world government, why can't just countries be free? Oh, wait. Okay, so... Piece of shit, Astrid is the one saying, you know... Oh god, look. Oh, blocked by the world government, why can't the countries just be free? Okay. Hey, he's your little brother. Don't you want to see the little guy? Oh, I really like Ida. If he's not your kid, Mom, then there's no way I can call him my little brother. Oh man, from little Heidi's perspective, and just from what we know how Astrid came to be Harald's wife, like, I understand. Because from his point of view, they're the ones being rejected the most. Oh, sweetie, you're so cute, even when you say such awful things. Truly a mom. From then on, every misfortune that struck Elbeth was chalked up to Loki's curse. The accursed prince is born. I knew it. I knew it. I just needed to have faith. And I think I'm gonna be proven right. Next chapter in 2 weeks. Okay, I'm looking at the translation notes at the end. Okay. Samuwane means naturally. Ponan Samakunai. Okay. Man. This chapter was so good. Man. As much as I dislike Astrid, man, she's just such a one-dimensional character. Like, it's so easy to hate her. But, like, I almost wish she had some depth to her. But hey, at the very least, I can hate her with no regrets. She's just terrible all around. And yeah, man, my love for Loki just grew like tenfold. Like, he was already the character that I was the most interested in this arc, in regards to like characters that were introduced in the arc. And this just made his stocks rise a lot higher. Cannot believe all that already made me tear up for him on the first chapter of the flashback. That he literally on his birth, it could not have been more tragic, literally. But yeah, obviously, the more he grew aware of what people thought of his appearance, like, yeah, no wonder he has the bandages on. Which is why I think it would be an amazing character moment if we have the bandages come off, most likely by accident, and then you have Luffy say something like, "Oh, yo, you look so cool," and it goes on for Loki to start accepting who he is, all of him, and be grateful that there are people like Luffy who don't care about, like, oh, you know, Loki, the cursed child, just because he looks a certain way. Luffy has none of those prejudices, so he's the perfect guy to help him in, you know, character growth. But yeah, I am talking more so like about future stuff. But most of the chapter really was focused on Ida and Harald, which I really liked. It was really, really sweet and heartwarming, which just made it all the more annoying when Estrid came around and Harald just went along with it. That was so annoying. Like, yes, we already knew it happened. I just thought it was gonna be a little more reasonable in regards to, like, oh, you know, Harald does, you know, we are, like, it's visible that Harald falls in love with her as well, so there's the conundrum there. And, like, we see why he would fall in love with her as well. But no, none of that. So, like, I'm just left wondering why the hell Harald went along with this marriage. Like, he didn't care about what people were saying in regards to, like, oh, him becoming peaceful and making good relationship with others. He was like, I'm still gonna do it. It has to be the way that Elbaf continues on. But when this asshole comes in, he's all like, yeah, I'll marry you and have a child with you. Why? Sorry. I'm gonna leave this here for today. So if you have something to add to this discussion, leave it in the comments. If you enjoyed my reaction, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.